Hi guys, it's Krishanti with Krishanti.com, talking about psychic development and spiritual and personal growth with new videos every week. So if you like this topic, please subscribe and hit the notification bell, and that way you'll know when I upload a new video. This week, I wanted to bring up a very interesting thing that comes up in a lot of sessions with people who are asking about love. And it represents a block to manifesting and creating and finding a wonderful relationship to be in. And that is basically scarcity thinking. And so this will come through in many different types of questions, but they're all about people being afraid that they're going to have to settle for less. So I've heard women ask if the guy I see them with is going to be shorter than what they were hoping for. Or if, straight out, I've been asked if many times if they're going to be attracted to their future, long-term partner. And there's many other ways that people will ask this sort of thing, but essentially they're saying like, oh God, please tell me I don't have to settle for an ogre. And of course I get it. I get that fear, and it makes sense that people have a fear about it, but that fear really can stop the flow from things kind of happening, because it's indicating that they feel that they're not going to be able to have somebody come into their lives that's right for them, that they want to have in their life. So it's definitely stops the flow when you are looking around like, oh no, like, well, there's someone I like, but they're not going to like me. And oh God, he likes me, but he's, 4'8", and I'm 6'2", and that would never work, that kind of thing. And whereas if you get to, and here, first of all, now I'm kind of rambling a little bit, but what I want to say is, and I'm sitting funny, so I'm like adjusting, but what I think would be helpful to look at when you're searching for a partner is, what do you feel you deserve to have? And if you really sit with that and get deep into the emotion of it and the energy behind it, you might find that you feel you often have to settle for less. And then in this big part of your life that you so want to have work out, you're expecting that you will need to. So in order to heal and release that energy, you just really do need to sit with it and to purge it out. There's so many different ways to do that, to release it. You can do your own energy healing meditation where you are grounding in with a grounding cord, going into the center of the earth and just release that energy out. You can clairvoyantly see pictures that represent your fears and what you're afraid of creating, like creating something less than optimal. And you can just blow up those pictures, and that will clear the energy. Or you can work with an energy healer or an intuitive to help, release those blocks. But it's very, very common. And the other thing that I think that can create, another problem that can create, is there's so much fear that when you do see somebody that might be suitable, you immediately look at the things that you don't like about them, and then you instantly create a block to that happening. So again, back to the height metaphor, because it's come up a lot of times. Maybe someone is a little shorter than you'd like them to be, but they're a wonderful person, versus this person that's, the perfect height is a total, jerk and would be terrible to be with. Be open to love coming through in different ways. And this might sound contradictory to what I'm saying. So I'm saying, don't settle and release the blocks that make you think you have to settle for less. However, the blocks can show up in this weird way that will stop you from seeing a myriad of different wonderful people as potential partners, because it just freezes you up in so many different ways. So if you start to look for the beauty in other people and look at their eyes, look into their eyes and look at the spirit, you will find so many more wonderful people that you could be in partnership with. It really is very important. And I have to get back to that again. And I think it's such a big message that you can create blocks by turning down potential people because they don't fit the criteria that you have. And yet, if you have this fear that you're not going to get what you want, you can also create blocks. So another thing to work with both of those, and I hope that makes sense. It's a little bit of a difficult concept for me to explain. And if it doesn't, I can make another video talking about it more. But looking at those two things, one thing you can start to do is work with what you want in life. You can, basically like creating a manifesting list, like make a list of things you want to have or create a vision board of things you want to have. Think about what you want to have and then start to let those things come into your life and make it happen. And it can be as simple as a grocery list, that you get all the things on your list. Think like, we don't think we give ourselves enough credit for that, to say like, wow, I wanted all this food and now my fridge is full of it. Just created this, manifested this. The same goes for relationships as well. Once you get used to the idea that you can have people in your life that are good and that help you out. I feel like I've opened a whole other thing here though, because just as I was talking about it, I thought about another place that fear comes from. So this is kind of stream of consciousness here, but I believe a lot of people fear partnering with somebody that's going to hurt them and not be good for them and ruin their lives, because they may have come up in family situations where that happened, where family was cruel, or they saw parents not getting along and lives ruined, and not necessarily ruined, but from a child's point of view it could seem like total ruin and devastation. Children definitely see and feel the pain, understand what their parents are going through. And then at that impressionable age, you start to think like, wow, I guess relationships are hard and I'll never have one. Or I better be on guard. I might not get what I want, or maybe here it is what I want right in front of me, but I'm not going to let myself have it. I'm going to push it away. So in order to work with and heal that, one of the easiest things is, and it's really nice, is once you know that you have that block, you can start to release it. So that's the most important step, is that you know it and you see it, you realize it. It could be a block, it could be a pattern where you keep repeatedly going out with people that aren't good for you, or repeatedly creating and setting up the same situation to live through over and over again. Once you see it, you can stop it. And then same kind of thing goes. There's so many different ways to heal. So I would advise, if you want to work on your own, get as many books that you're drawn to, read about it, research it. You can definitely do energy releasing and clearing on your own with meditation, just writing things out, just really getting to know your process and deepening into that in order to release it and heal it, and then determine that you are a wonderful creator. You can manifest whatever you would like to in this life. Start to draw in those new pleasant experiences and relationships. And then you could work with, as I said before, any kind of energy practitioner, whatever form that you are drawn to, really, be it energy healing. There's so many different types. Hypnosis, working with traditional therapist, or an intuitive healer will definitely help with that progress. And it's interesting when it comes to people's life paths, and we're all here to learn, we're all here to grow. We all have obstacles and blocks and patterns that we really can work with and transmute and transform. So it's very interesting how that all works, but it is possible. And if you've had no luck in the past, that doesn't mean that can't change, and everything can be much better and different. So I hope that made sense what I was trying to say. Thank you so much for watching, and that's it. I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.